Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Indiana Jones again because the director, James Mangold, won't stop talking. And he's come out and said that, yeah, his goal was to make Indiana Jones sad.
Yes, so that he would be broken and it would make the ending make sense. So what it sounds like is he had this epic ending in his mind and he had to do everything to make everything play into that ending because that's what he decided.
And that includes undoing the previous film. You know,
Right.
It's just, this is ridiculous. Look, are we seeing a common thread here at Lucasfilm? It's all about taking the male leads.
Legacy, yeah.
The legacy characters, a lot of them having happy endings, and then destroying that ending and then making them sad so we can tear them down and build up these new female characters.
Or just do your other movie. Like
Indiana
Jones. We already had 4. We did not need a 5th one. Disney decided they wanted more money. It's literally like, Spaceballs, the quest for more money. It's Indiana Jones, quest for more money. But how do you do that? Because, you already set up this happy ending. There's a way you could have done it and still kept the happy ending. But no. We got to make sure Indy's a sad sack of shit so we can make sure to kick him a few more times.
Yeah, well, it didn't really turn out the way that they were hoping because in the quest for more money, they actually are going to wind up losing hundreds of millions of dollars on Indiana Jones.
And it was from the choices they made.
And the reality is it would have been smarter for them not to make the movie because now they're going to be in the hole. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes it's better just to leave it alone because now they are going to be in the hole for this movie. I'm sorry.
I'm look at this collector of things. These apologists. Yeah, but from what I'm hearing, it's a much better film and send-off for Indy than the other movie. That's much more important than the franchise and the box office numbers. Not to Disney.
Not to Disney.
Not to any studio. Yes, they lose millions of dollars just to give you a movie that you like out of the goodness of their hearts.
So let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
The Wrap is out there doing some damage control. Indiana Jones endings have always been kind of...
This is coming from that Variety article. Because in the article, Mangold was talking about his ending. Now, spoilers are going to be in this video. I'm telling you right now. Spoilers. Yeah. If you're still here, that's your own fault. So... in this movie, they go back with the Dial of Destiny to the time of Archimedes, who invented the Dial of Destiny. And when they're there, of course, these Nazi planes show up against the Roman ships that are trying to invade Sicily and all this other stuff. Because he had in his head, he even said, it had to be something like Raiders of the Lost Ark, where it doesn't have to make sense, but it's some wild whatever. And that's where they're getting this from. It all comes from the stupid Variety article, which...
So he just wanted the juxtaposition of like Nazi warplanes with Romans and all that. And
because of 81, the Covenant. Because they're saying, it's no more of a wild swing in my mind than ghouls flying out of a box and banging people's heads through the sheer power of dark angels, or a 700-year-old knight existing in a cave for perpetuity.
Or aliens that melt your brain with science. Too much science melts your brain.
I mean, yeah, it's not wrong. They do have these unbelievable things. Okay, but there's a couple other things that you're forgetting. One, he's basically saying he wanted to outdo that. He's going to try to outdo it. But everybody's going to think, let's go back to Nazi Germany. But we're going to go back to 200 and whatever BC. And he wanted to outdo it. And look, his twist is better than their twist. And also the fact is they didn't ruin Indiana Jones to do it. Like Indiana Jones is still in character throughout the entire thing. With this movie, that's not the case.
So I'm just saying here, like, okay, so the juxtaposition of these different armies from different time periods. You know who else did that? Night at the Museum.
I was thinking Manhattan Project. Did they have something like that? They had one guy that was a soldier.
And various episodes of Doctor Who.
When I was reading this, I was thinking of Rory.
Rory, yeah. It's like, come on. At least he didn't put dinosaurs on a spaceship. That was actually an episode. It was called Dinosaurs on a Spaceship.
Right. I was just like, dude, there's a couple things that are different. But basically the whole thing is he had this epic ending in his mind, and he had to make it work to that ending. And he explains in this article why he basically killed Mutt off. Because there's so many things they could have done. They could have kept his family. They could have kept this stuff intact. Still got what they wanted. Still could have gone on an adventure with this goddaughter to get Helena Shaw on here. Still could have, doesn't she like leave him for dead like multiple times? from my understanding.
Heard, yeah.
And I'm like, she's kind of a shitty person.
Oh, it's funny. John Campea, who usually shills for all of these big Disney movies, Paramount movies, whatever. He came out and said there are 4 major problems with Indiana Jones. He just came out of the theater. And number 4 was Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character was an asshole.
Yeah, they said she's like unlikable.
Yeah.
Like she's a complete bitch. But it's all about her because she's the one that saves history from him. And she's the one that gets Marion to come back. So basically, Mutt's dead. Killed in Vietnam because...
Off screen.
Because basically what's going on was Shia LaBeouf has said he probably wasn't coming back for these movies because he was mad about the last one. And, because Shia LaBeouf personally thought that Steven Spielberg was more about the machine than, making a movie. And it's like, it's a franchise. Sorry, dude. And Shia LaBeouf's ass isn't worth what he thinks it is anyway. But
is he doing anything?
I don't know. But here's the thing that Mangold's like, well, I had to bring them both back or find a way to get rid of Mutt. Well, there's a lot of things you could have done here. You could have recast Mutt because he was supposed to be a teenager in the 50s in the last one.
Yeah, you just recast him.
He would definitely be older, so you could just recast him as somebody else. Problem solved. The other thing they could have done, because no offense, I don't think anybody cared that much about Shia LaBeouf playing Mutt to care. It's not like if you recast Harrison Ford, okay? Or the other thing they could have done was Mutt's off doing some kind of archaeology, something, right now excavating something, doing something someplace else. And, he maybe gets a phone call. It's like that. You didn't have to kill him.
Do it. Do an archaeology.
I'm just saying, go do an archaeology thing. But you didn't have to kill him.
No.
But they had to kill him because they had to make him a sad fucking sack to get Mangold's ending that he wanted. And to further, solidify Helena Shaw as the savior of all by making Indiana Jones out of character. And he makes some comments. I was like, but that was your choice to make him that way. You're a fucking asshole.
I mean, it works. It works with Logan because it was based partially on the old man Logan story from the comics, but also with that character, it made sense for them to kind of be in that place. Mm-hmm. They already gave Indiana Jones his happy ending. He got Marion. He got married. He had a son. And that was the whole purpose. Crystal Skull was not a good movie, right? Overall, it wasn't a good movie. There were parts of it that were good, but the theme was he lost his dad. He's losing people. And here he gains a new family. He gets Marion back. He gets Mutt. And then you take that away.
So yeah, this one is just, let's make him a sad sack so we can get the ending we want. Yeah, so basically, here's what he said about killing off Mutt and making him a sad sack. That seemed to me to be right emotionally. That a disillusioned hero could end up at the wonderful, tumultuous moment in world history. And with his son gone and his wife gone, that he'd picture himself staying in that place he loves best. Which is this imagining these worlds. Here's the thing. He wouldn't have done that. I don't care how sad he was. He wouldn't have done it. Like, even at the Last Crusade, he was going to try to save the Grail and his dad's like, let it go.
Yeah.
And he eventually did or whatever. But he wouldn't have still tried to get the Grail at the expense of his father. He wouldn't try to ruin history. It's always about saving things belong in a museum, about returning things to the people that belongs to. He wouldn't be like, yeah, hot damn, I'm going to stay here and ruin history. He's not going to do it. And he didn't, because he lost everything. But thank God Helena, the new characters there, Helena, or whatever I say her name, Hellhound, is there to punch him in the face and make sure he gets back in time to the 1969 where it's miserable and he hates life. That's okay. Don't worry. She calls Marion for him. To make sure she comes back, too.
So they can just lecture.
God, I'm so sick of this.
Oh, my God. So I'm sitting there like, no, old man, you get back to the nursing home. Nah, that's enough adventures for you. What happened to Indiana Jones with the eye patch? Old Indiana Jones with the eye patch that we saw in Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. That's, we don't need this.
There's some of things he could have done. He could have still been married to Marion. He could, she would have been supportive if he wanted to go help his goddaughter. Yeah. They didn't have to do the shit they did. They just had to ruin him because they wanted to ruin him. They ruined him because Lucasfilm keeps doing that. We saw it with Star Wars and Luke Skywalker. And then we had to have, because a woman's going to come and fix the problem. Because they have this stupid fucking idea that women, finally modern audiences, it's going to be female. Because women have been kept out of these films and women are going to save the day. Women did. Multiple times in these movies previously. Women were always important. They were always involved. Many times they saved the day.
Yeah, this is I mean, we're 3 for 3 now. There are 3 main franchises at Lucasfilm, and they've ruined all of them. They've ruined Star Wars, they've ruined Willow, and now they've ruined Indiana Jones. And again, the rumor is Kathleen Kennedy's out. That's been a rumor for like freaking 7 years, but this might be the straw that breaks camel's back. I mean, we're talking they're out hundreds of millions of dollars. This movie opened lower than Solo. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's going to lose more money than The Flash.
People are like, it's got legs. It'll probably do better. I don't think
Bullshit.
so. Go down here. He keeps going on with more stupidity. Okay, you think he's done talking? No. He keeps going on. He's like, he's talking about him being in Sicily in the past and if he stayed there. Now remember, he's the one that put him there with his stupid choices. Unless we established him healing and setting up shop and remarrying and finding a beautiful Sicilian house to live in, I guess there was a way of doing it, but I didn't imagine it. It felt like he had to come home. He had to clean things up. He had to own what happened to him and Marion. And the amount of loneliness and disappointment in himself he's carrying about his inability to navigate that between them. So you set all this shit up and then said, well, we could have left him there to be happy, but that doesn't feel like him. None of this feels like him. That's the problem.
Well, I'm just sitting there thinking, like,
slap him.
With Marion and Mutt anyway, it's like he went for years. I mean, Marion was in the first movie, and that was it. We had 2 other movies without Marion. Well, actually, the one took place before. But still, I'm like, she was never really mentioned again or anything. And it's like, oh, yeah, she came back for the 4th movie. And, oh, yeah, now she's got a son. So I'd just be like, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, this is just shit. Basically what's going on is Mangold had a picture in his head of what he wanted the movie to be. They wanted to, either whether it was a Lucasfilm mandate or whatever, they wanted to put a new female person that could possibly take over the franchise in it. Now he's claiming, oh, I wouldn't want to do that. You set it up that way. You made her an unlikable bitch, because don't you know, strong female character just means, an unlikable bitch, or a man that's, a character that's basically a man but has tits. Yeah. And then you set this up, and then you ruin Indiana Jones for no reason. Like, you didn't even have to. You could have done this story and not have done that.
This is just like unreal. It's just freaking unreal. I would have loved to see Rey just like backhand Luke though and be like, what the fuck did you just throw that lightsaber away for? It's perfectly good lightsaber. What did you do?
Luke wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. It's like you guys, you put Kathleen Kennedy in charge, and she's like, okay, it's all female now, bitches. And it's like, I'm sorry. And they're going to blame it on misogyny. Bullshit. I'm a woman. I'm so fucking tired of hearing these lazy-ass misogyny excuses for your stupid-ass choices. Fuck you. Sorry.
Are we done?
Happy 4th of July.
There's some fireworks for you. Are we done with this?
Yeah, I'm just saying, they wonder why it's not doing well. People knew what to expect. You've set up a precedent for what to expect with Lucasfilm movies. It took too long to come out. People got leaks. They saw it was going to happen. They're just like, well, they also thought people were done after the last one. So like, this movie's kind of pointless. Why do we need another one? All valid responses. It's just, I'm so tired of it. Just, I know what we're going to do. We're going to ruin it and put a woman in charge. Oh, like no one's done that before. The disastrous, consequences.
Should have been Short Round.
It should have been. People were hoping he'd make a cameo.
No. Because he didn't have his Oscar then. Now that he's got an Oscar, now he's worth calling again. Because nobody even paid any attention to him for years. He was working like a day job somewhere, and then he's in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now all of a sudden, he's important again. Now he's worth a call.
People would be okay with more Indiana Jones. Well, not Indiana Jones directly, but like related stories with him. They don't want Helena Shaw. I'm sorry. No. Everything I've heard from people has not been, either they like the movie and they said it was a better send off for Indy. They're not liking her. She's like an insufferable bitch.
Yeah.
But she fixed it all. She even called Marion. She made sure Indiana Jones didn't ruin history because she punched him in the fucking face. Because he would never have done that. It's completely out of character. It's like the Spock and Kirk shit people are trying to say needs to be done. They wouldn't. It's completely out of character. We've established these characters. God, stop.
Sad old man. He's basically Al Bundy. He's basically Al Bundy at this point. Like, I used to be somebody.
No, Al Bundy still has his family.
He doesn't like him very much.
No, but he still has him.
But he's always reliving his glory days as football player. So it's Indiana Jones too. Like, I used to be an archaeologist. Gotta go back in time, do that again. Whatever. Fuck this movie. Fuck Lucasfilm. I don't even whatever. I don't care. I used to get angry. I'm just shocked that Disney, I mean, they had to have seen this coming. Every single franchise that Kathleen Kennedy has overseen that she's ruined. And we're 3 for 3 now. You saw the iceberg from miles away, and they still plowed ahead.
Didn't even make it, 6 months they pulled it off of the service.
Yeah. Yeah, Willow was so bad. It was so awful that they yanked it off of Disney Plus after a couple of months.
They're not even leaving it up for you just to watch it later. No.
This shit's going to get dumped on Disney Plus in another month or two because they got to recoup some money somehow.
A lot of people were saying it's not that bad, and I'm like, and that might not be the case. I might like it. I might watch. I don't think I'm going to like it. But I might watch it and be like, okay, it's not as bad as I expected. However, I don't need to see it. You already told me, like, you already killed your son. You can't undo that. I mean, I didn't really care for much, but at least you're happy for him.
Indiana Jones in the Lazarus pit. Mutt, you're back. You're back, but you look different for some reason. You look like The Rock. What the hell happened?
Know, right?
What happened to you? You're all buff and black.
Power of the Lord, man.
It's like, what happened? Mutt's back, and now he's The Rock. Oh my God, that'd be awesome. No,
fan fiction is better than this movie. Anyway, it's all. At the end of the day, you all know it's all because they wanted to push the Selena Shark character.
Yeah,
Helena.
Yeah, because she already had plans. They were going to spin her off and do a Disney Plus show, and it's like, hell no.
That's what this whole thing was about. It's about how can we get more money on Indiana Jones? We'll make up a new character and make them the new Indiana Jones. But it has to be a woman.
They'll have to name her after like one of the boats in the Jungle Cruise. Would you say they should call it Bonsai Bitch?
Yeah, Bonsai. No, the new boat should be Bonsai Bitch, named after Helena.
Oh my God. Hand Me Down Helena.
There you go.
Hand Me Down Helena in the Lazarus pit. There we go. And then
she's going to hook up with his son.
Yeah, that's right. So keep it in the family. I don't know. We're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
I think we need to wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.